78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty ldbc. Y'all smash that like button and hit the subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. If you're digging the video, please share the video. I got a very special guest in the building today. I've been hearing good things about this brother here.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff about him. And the brother, I want you to introduce yourself because I don't want to butcher your name. So I want you to introduce your last name. What's your name, brother?
My name is Joseph Almajdi. That's my last name.
Okay, my brother. Joseph Almajdi. Now listen, brother. I've been checking out your fights. I got put up on you by my good brother Blu-ray, who is your strength and conditioning coach, correct?
Yes, that's him.
Yes, sir. So I got put up on you by him. I checked you out. Like, okay, this brother be thumping. You got some hands on you. Got some hands on you, man. Got some power. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So let's go back in time. Tell us how you got into boxing.
How I got into boxing? It kind of started when I was younger. My parents wanted us to do just some kind of sports. So when I first began, we did jiu-jitsu, wrestling, even some kickboxing. And I did that from, I say, when I was 5 years old all the way up until I was around 11. From there, I transitioned to boxing full time.
Okay. You have a brother that fights also, right?
I have 3 brothers, one older, 2 younger. We all pretty much did boxing, but my older brother and my first youngest brother, we pretty much, we did all we could do in amateur boxing. We were all on the USA team at some time, all national champions. So we were pretty good in the family.
Okay. No doubt. Now, what about boxing made you stick to this versus the other sports?
I'd say, when I was younger, you just a kid, basically. I didn't have a real long-term vision about it. I just like doing sports. I always enjoyed playing soccer more, honestly, because it was more fun, like a game, because as a kid, when you go out and run outside, you want to play a game and have fun. But when it was boxing, then you really got to fight somebody. It's not a game anymore, even though it's a sport. But I'd say around the time when I kind of started winning, like these bigger fights, these national tournaments, is when, we'd come back from our road trip and I come back with that belt. And the first thing I'm thinking about when I'm off of school is, oh man, let me go to the gym. And instead of becoming just a routine, I look forward to it and I enjoyed it.
Right. Okay. So, uh, who would you say were your inspirations in getting into boxing? As far as we all look to the history and somebody motivates us. Who are your motivations in boxing?
Just growing up, the era of boxing that I grew up in, the biggest names at that time were Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya. Really, what I looked to a lot was the welterweight division, because that was basically what I thought was going to be my weight class. I fight at 154, but in the future, who knows? But, just those big names. We had the 24/7 series on YouTube where you'd see the boxers in camp getting ready and just watching that. I feel like that, and then just in history, like you were saying, I like to study fights. Whoever, my coach is telling me, hey, we're going to work on this specific aspect. So watch this fighter, study his game, and come back tomorrow. Tell me what you see.
Right. Okay. What are your aspirations in boxing as far as you're a young fighter? How old are you now, brother?
I'm 21.
21. And what do you see yourself as being a champion? How long, or have you even thought about that yet?
Definitely, I want to be a champion. I don't just go to the gym to train. I go to the gym to fight and get ready for the fight. But my most important fight is always the next one, the one that's coming up. So I try not to look too far forward and try to fly too high. I'm trying to get better every day, and when the time is right, I'll know. And it's just all about timing.
And what weight class are you most comfortable at right now? And where do you see yourself?
Recently,
What weight class in the future?
when I walk around, I'm usually around 160 to 162 pounds. So
Right.
when I fight at 154, it's really not a big weight cut. But training with
Right.
Blu-ray, he immediately told me, like, if I really wanted to, he gave me on a diet plan, and he'll get me to 147, easy. So in the future, definitely I'm thinking about, um, you know, bigger fights, more on the line. You want to be in the best shape possible, and maybe that's at a different weight class for me.
Okay. Okay. Now you going to 147? I can see you doing that for sure, especially with Blu-ray.
Hmm.
How is it working with Blu-ray? How was the training and everything like that? Is it is it everything that everybody's afraid of?
Yeah, 100%. My coach, Maurice, and Dallas at World Class Boxing, he told me, "Hey, you need a strength and conditioning guy. I know somebody." So I texted Blu-ray, and from what I heard is that people hate going to him, but
Yeah.
they never stop going because you get the results. And definitely, that's what I say. My first week there, we try to get in 2 workouts a week, and after the first day, I was sore for the first 2 weeks. I really didn't feel anything good coming from it because my body wasn't used to that type of work. I was just getting back into a real strength and conditioning program. But recovery and coming back, this is our second fight that we're going to be working together. And even though I'm doing the same workout, I'm putting more weight on. I'm feeling better at the gym. And when I go back, it just feels easier.
Right. Who would you say? Who would you say are your favorite boxers? And now I'm only asking these questions just so the public can get a chance to know you, and
Hmm.
how you think. But who would you say are your favorite boxers of all time? Top five all time.
Top five. This probably changes for me every couple months. It depends on who I'm watching, how I'm feeling. But definitely, I think at the top, I'm gonna put them top five, but in no order. So it's not too much controversy. But definitely, I don't think Muhammad Ali should be left off anybody's top five boxers.
Right.
Um, After that, uh, James Toney go up there. I like watching him. Recently, Alexis Arguello. He was a lighter weight class, but he was great for his time. Mike McCallum, the body snatcher. He's great to watch. I study him all the time. And that last spot, I'll put Floyd Money May in there just because of what he did in his career. His last, I think, 26 fights, all against world champions, undefeated. So he was a great fighter, all of
Right.
them.
Right. Absolutely. I ain't mad at that at all. Um, how do you feel about what's going on in boxing right now, with Turkey Al Sheikh and Zuffa, with Dana White coming into boxing? Do you think that's a good thing, or are you not sure about it, or how do you feel about it right now?
I'd say I'm not sure about it
Right.
because I haven't studied too much on what they're doing. But I do see that a lot of fighters are going over there, and obviously for the money, he has Dana White has the Saudi money backing him.
Right.
So we'll see what they do. I've heard whispers that really the higher end guys, the big names get paid, and everybody else is kind of fighting for a minimum. But Dana White being there, his UFC style, where you even see the fighters now when they come to the ring in their trunks, they got uniforms. So it's not like boxing now where I'll go custom make my own trunks and have my own sponsors. It's from the outside, it looks a little bit more corporate, but the most important thing is if the fighters are treated fairly. You know, if a
Right.
guy with really no reach, maybe he's not the most famous guy, but he can get out there and be his best on a single night and get a win somewhere. It might change his life. So I don't have anything against that.
Indeed, indeed. So your last fight, you won by stoppage, correct?
Yes, sir.
And when are we expected to see you in the ring again?
In
Next.
the ring, not this Friday, but next Friday, June 5th. I'm fighting in
Woo!
downtown Arlington. Yes, sir.
June 5th, the day before
Hmm.
my birthday.
Oh yeah,
Knockout. I need a knockout, G.
I
I need a
got you.
knockout for my birthday.
Last time I fought the day before Blu-ray's birthday, I got a knockout for him.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hmm.
sir. That's dope. That's dope, man. Hey, man, I love this. I love the energy from you, man. And
I
you
appreciate
know,
that.
and what you got coming forward. We need young boxers who appreciate the sport, who want to be great. You know what I'm saying? And what at the end of your career, I always ask young fighters this. I say, you know, at the end of your career, when everything's said and done, what do you want people to remember you by?
Honestly, at the end of my career, I wanna. I'll try not to think about too much like pleasing people or having people think upon me favorably. I like to be happy with what I've done. So at the end of my career, I hope that I can look at myself and be like, you know what? I did my best every time I got in that ring. I put everything out there. I worked as hard as I could in the gym, and I was always ready. And I want to walk away with my health intact and maybe some money on the side.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My brother Blu-ray, what's happening with the Blu-ray? You on mute, brother? Blu-ray, he there. He on mute though.
Yeah, oh, he's back.
There you go. Okay. But yeah, no, that's a beautiful thing, man. We need young fighters, more and more young fighters. What's up, Blu-ray?
Hey, what's going on? What's up, Sydney? What up, Joseph?
What's up, Blu-ray?
I see, hey, Blu-ray. I see you got one here, man. You got one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. I've dealt with a lot of different fighters in the DFW area. I've had a lot of stars, reach out talking about potential, you know, having potential effort of me working with some of some of the world champions, etc. Outside of Earl Spence, and some of them didn't come through, and I was disappointed with some of the names that I would have loved to work with, and in the future that might be a possibility. And I actually had lost the love for it because I reached the pinnacle with working with Earl Spence, and not only that, I wish I could have went with him all the way through to potentially would have helped him, be undisputed. That was my goal for him, and I believe that was his goal. But uh, due to unseen circumstances that's out of my control, we got the IBF together, but it is what it is. But like I said, I had lost the love for training boxers. I didn't even want to deal with any boxers. And then Maurice James reached out to me and said, "Man, I got a kid. Man, he's a great kid. Disciplined, great background. Lives off principles." And so I said, "Hey, man, let me give it a shot." And then, ever since I met Joseph, man, he gave me that hunger back because when he comes to work, he works. He don't talk back. When I say talk back, it's like if I ask him to do something, he just does it.
Right.
He's like 20 years plus younger than me.
Right.
So, I used to train with Earl, but I still try to get it in. I'm out of shape right now. I keep telling Joseph I'm out of shape, but I try to work out with him a little bit, get back in there. But as I push him, I'm pushing myself. But when I say I am impressed. Like I'm very impressed. So like I say, the sky's the limit. We're literally just getting started. Joseph, how many weeks did we have for the first fight?
For the first fight, I think we might have just had like 4 or 5 weeks.
Okay, 4 or 5 weeks. And so him having that fight, it was a small glimpse of what the future is to hold. And like I said, I've been putting, like I said, it was the transition for me training Earl and just training everyday individuals and expanding my knowledge has grew tremendously. And so now I'm able to implement some training regimens and some things that incorporate strength and taking the strength to another level with him that I didn't even get the opportunity to do with Earl. So I am just waiting, and I seen a glimpse in the first fight. I seen how just with simple training methods that I've used, he's got more explosive. He's definitely getting stronger. Not where I want him to be, but like I say, he's only 21 years old. We have a lot of time, and so
Yeah, buddy.
yeah, we have a lot of time. But like I said, with the foundation that we're setting, I know for sure he's going to be a world champion, and I pray we stay together through his career. We both stay focused and do the right thing necessary to achieve whatever goals he has for himself.
Yeah, for what I seen from him, man, he gonna be a champion. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay away from all the snakes, man. Boxing is full of snakes, man, and grimy people. So just stay away from them snakes, and people gonna try to turn you against your people and all of that. But I'm gonna say this though. I heard you say something, Blu-ray. You said that you out of shape. When Blu-ray said he out of shape, that means he in shape for the rest of us, normal humans. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can do 50 push-ups, that's in shape for me. But Blu-ray, that's out of shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's out of shape. I do 50. That's out of shape for me.
Yeah, that's out of shape for Blu-ray. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But see, that for me, I'm feeling good. I'm in shape. I can do 50 push-ups. I'm with it.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean? But no. Let me say this though to the brother. What are your goals? I want to say this. I always ask young fighters this. I say, okay, how do you see yourself, your career going, blah blah blah. But what are your life goals as far as outside of boxing? What do you want from life in the next 20 years, young brother Joseph?
That's a deep question. I think about it sometimes, how I want to live my life or what I want to get out of it, and really, I want to make an impact. In my life, I want to do everything I want to do. I don't want to. Nobody wants to end up with any regrets, but I want to change my life in a way that's meaningful, and I feel like when I have a platform and when I'm up there, making money or just having a voice for the people, I want to help the world. Basically, you want to leave better than how you found it, and just being happy with everything I do. I just want to put 100% into whatever it is. If it's my training, if it's me going to school, if I'm at work, I'm doing 100% everywhere.
Indeed. Blu-ray, man. What do you see? How fast? What's the fast track on Joseph? Do you think that are y'all gonna just take your time and let everything fall in place how it need to be, or are y'all gonna push the pace? Do you think that y'all need to push the pace on him as far as his career? How do y'all feel?
I don't believe that we need to push the pace, and like I said, I'm just a strength and conditioning coach. Maurice James, Derrick James brothers, is one that reached out to me, and me and him have a great relationship. So, I'm pretty sure. Like I say, Joseph is in control of that. So I don't, I hadn't got into, that area in his boxing, profession. So, my thing is like when the first day I met Earl, I said, if you stay with me, I'm gonna help you get to be a world champion, hands down. And I did that. And that's the same thing with Joseph. But my goal is for me to go through Joseph throughout his entire career, because I know I have the tools and I have the knowledge and I have the expertise to make him unstoppable. And so just like when y'all fell in love with Earl, stopping people and knocking people out, like I said, me and Joseph first fight, he stopped the dude in the first round. He has a fight coming up June 5th. I will make sure I'm in the building. And, I'm pretty sure he's just going to listen to his coach. He's going to assess his opponent, and he's going to do what he do best. And so, you don't get paid for overtime. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
right.
The one thing we don't want to see is him ever get hurt. So, I pray he go in the ring, establish the pace, use his strength, because we will. Like I said, we just trained the other day. The workout regimen that I took him through lets me know that he can push the pace for 4 rounds because it's a 4 rounder, right, Joseph?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 4 rounder, and that he'd be able to push a pace that I believe that his opponent would not even be able to handle.
Indeed. Yeah, I can't wait to see it, man. Like I said, after this told Joseph, June 5th, day before my birthday, I need a knockout for my birthday, man.
Yeah.
I want to stop it. I want to talk crazy. I want everybody at my birthday party. I'm gonna say, hey man, you know Joseph, that's my dude. I rock with Joseph. You know what I'm saying? He knocked his ass out for me. You know what I mean? I want to talk crazy. You know, but I definitely appreciate this, man.
Yeah, and we appreciate you, 78, for extending your platform. You have, like, you are one of the big dogs, really the original big dog in social in media for boxing, if we're going to be honest with it.
Yes,
so we appreciate you taking out your time and me and Joseph will talk behind the scenes about, who can be the go-to when it comes to getting content from him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes you don't want to spread yourself too thin, and whoever was with you in the beginning, you want that person to kind of highlight Floyd Mayweather was with Fight Hype.
Hey, Joseph, you over here, man. You over here, D.
I'm over here.
Yeah. You over here, bro. You with the family, the ldbc family, bro. Don't even worry about that, because
I got
you know what I'm saying. We got a whole community of channels.
No, literally. Yeah, literally. I'm talking about community, man.
Yeah. Like, so we good. It's all good in the hood, man. And we ain't one of them people who's gonna abandon you if you take a loss. You know what I'm saying? We ride until the wheels fall off. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. So we here, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank y'all for giving me y'all time and energy, man. And Joseph, June 5th, man, knock this motherfucker out, man.
I got you for your birthday. I'm gonna knock him out.
Yeah, knock his ass out, bro. We gonna be tuned in. I'm gonna have everybody tuning in to that. You know what I mean? Hey, Blu-ray.
Will it be able to be viewed, Joseph?
You said what?
Will it be able to be viewed, or it would just be posted on Showbox after the fight?
No, last time they had a live stream set up. They're not gonna make the link probably till like a couple of days before, but I have that posted, and then if people want to come in person, I also have tickets for sale.
Okay, for sure. Let us know so we can support.
So yeah, so if you can get me the link, so I can give it to 78, and so he'll be able to live stream if that's possible.
When it's close to fight time, I'll have the link for that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last time at the weigh-in, they gave everybody the link for the YouTube live.
Gotcha.
Okay, bet. All right, man. Shout out to my brother Blu-ray. Appreciate you, man. My brother Joseph, thank you so much. And hey, we're gonna tap back in with y'all, man, after June the 5th, man.
After the fight.
For
yes,
sure.
Sir.
All right,
take it easy, man.
I appreciate you.
All right, brother. Y'all be good.
Yes, sir.